Yo, what up? It's Eric.
And Jeff.
From It's The Real. Also, A Waste of Time with It's The Real, which is now on the Loudspeakers Network. Yeah. And we just wanted to say, make sure to come to our live show at SOB's on February 23rd. Just coming up real soon.
Yeah. We got Just Blaze DJing. We got Combat Jack hosting.
Yes. We are going to be rapping live on stage from our new project, Teddy Bear Fresh. We're going to be playing old songs. We're going to be playing new songs. We got special guests coming through. It's a celebration of 10 years of It's The Real content.
There's going to be girls in the building.
Yeah.
It's a rap show.
We're going to make history at SOB's. Your girls tour tickets are on sale right now. It's the same price as a movie because it's a movie. Tickets are on sale right now at itsthereal.com. Shout out to the Loudspeakers Network. Shout out to Combat Jack. Shout out to A King. And we'll see you on February 23rd. Bow!
Internets.
Get ready for combat.
No escaping.
Get ready for combat. Get ready for combat.
Yeah. The Combat Jack Radio Show. Stand up.
Internets, you're listening to the Combat Jack Show podcast. What's up, King?
Yo, I'm elated, man.
You elated?
West.
The West, we got West Side in the building, B. Like, cats usually, we give them their New York feel.
Yeah.
Of New York legends and, current events. And then cats complain about why we don't, service the internets with cats from the South. And, we've done that. And, but geographically where we are, man, it's been kind of difficult, to really tap into, the lifeblood of what the West Side, West Side is, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's crazy? The
What?
first time I heard an album by our guest was in Sunday school.
Sunday school?
I was irritable. I was like, wow, I don't like
Wait,
being here.
how old were you?
This had to be like, I wouldn't say 92.
Okay.
The album was already out. But I didn't have any connection to hip hop other than hearing it in the house and my brothers and whatnot. But this dude, he was older than me. This kid, he was like 16 or something. And I don't know how old, I was young. He's like, yo, you need to listen to this. He put the tape in.
Cassette, right? Was it a cassette or was it a CD?
It was a Walkman. And I'm like, yo, hold up. It's dudes rapping about inner city shit. And that's when I was like, yo, hip hop is more than just, you hear it, it was like, all right, it's music. But this was the album that made me realize there's something else going on in this country.
Some beyond New York, beyond Brooklyn.
And we're verbally documenting it.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yo,
Great.
man, listen, internets, man, let's not fuck around and waste time. This is with great joy that I welcome to the Combat Jack Show, Ice Cube.
Yay. What's happening, y'all?
What's up, Cube?
Man, I'm happy to be here.
Yo, man, how's it feel being here during the snowstorm?
It feel good. It feel like, I'm a real East Coaster now. You know what I mean? They can't tell me I didn't been through. I've been through it.
Yo, Cube, man, like I said off mic, man, I've been a fan of yours for a very long time. I remember even before King, spending my money. New York niggas was not listening to anything outside of New York, but cats kept telling me about NWA. So I took a chance because, we didn't have the internets back then. We didn't have, all of this information. So I took a chance and I bought the cassette. And the minute Straight Outta Compton came on, man, my life was changed. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
I feel the same way the first time I heard Melly Mel, the message or something. It's just life changing. Because you can't never be the same after you hear that.
I could never be the same when I was trying to figure out what the fuck was a gat. What's a gat? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yo, you got a movie out right now, man.
Yeah, Fist Fight.
Tell us about it.
Fist Fight is a cool movie. It's me opposite Charlie Day. We got Tracy Morgan in the movie, Jillian Bell. And we play two teachers, me and Charlie. I'm more of a disciplinarian, old school, hard-nosed teacher, and he's more of a coddle you.
New age, PC.
New age, be your friend, enabler kind of teacher. And it's the last day of school. They doing all kind of senior pranks, and the staff is cutting back. So somebody got to get fired. And he make it where I get fired. So once he do that.
What like some fuck shit?
Yeah, just being a punk, snitching. So I'm like, yo, at the school, 3 o'clock, I'm going to dot that I. You know what I mean?
3
in
o'clock.
In the parking lot.
And he doesn't even know what you're talking about.
He knows what I'm talking about, but he don't think, he's like, we're going to fight like students? Yeah, just like students. So it's that whole movie of him trying to get out of this fight. trying to do everything he can think of, from sicking the police on me to everything to get out the fight. And at the end, he just got to man up.
Yeah, that's crazy, because that's taking me back to school, because that's the worst shit you could ever hear in school is 3 o'clock.
Right.
Especially when it's early. You know what I mean? If it's
Before lunch.
If it's 1:30, you hit 3 o'clock, you like, okay, I got 90 minutes. But when it's 10 in the morning, 9 in the morning, you hit 3 o'clock, you know how much can go on between then. So it's one of them movies where dude is just, he can't get out the way of this.
You've undoubtedly established yourself as a success in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. And you've also, etched your name as a legend in hip hop. What's harder, writing rhymes or writing concepts for movies, man?
Concepts to movies.
Right.
Writing rhymes is fun. It's like it's a hobby. It's something I've been doing since I was 14. So I enjoy that. Writing movies, I enjoy that too, but it's a whole different discipline. It's about 3 acts, and it's stretching it out, having these subplots, and you got to have over 100 people really to produce the movie. So it's just a whole different style of creating.
Was it difficult making that shift, though, from hip-hop to Hollywood?
Yeah, it was difficult, but it wasn't like impossibly difficult. It was just an obstacle course. You know what I'm saying? So when you come from music and go into movies, and if you want to be more than an actor, they don't think you could do it. So it's all these gauntlets they throw in front of you and obstacles, and you just knock them down, go over them, go through them, under them, whatever, to show that you more than just a rapper. People like to throw them titles on you, like he a rapper, that's all he can do. And I'm like, please, that's in my back pocket. I could do a 1,000 different things, give me a shot. So, I just approached it like that, and then I started to try to create my own projects, because I felt like Hollywood ain't got too many people like me around making decisions. So
they don't have the perspective that we have,
exactly,
from just shit that we go through on a daily basis.
Exactly. So I felt like I need to make my mark and not just be an actor for hire, and you just sit there waiting for somebody to put you in a movie. That's not proactive enough for me. Is to be just an actor who's just waiting for people to put you in a movie. It's like, let's go create a movie.
And that led to Friday.
Yeah, that led to Friday, that way of thinking. After Boys in the Hood, I got bit by the acting bug, and I was hanging around John Singleton. It was all good. He looked at me one day. He was like, yo, man, when you going to write a movie? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, John, I just came over here to have a beer. You putting all this life, quest on me. So I'm like, man, I don't do that. Write rhymes. He's like, man, you can write rhymes like that, you can write movies. Trust me. Just look at the discipline and see what you got to do. So actually that night, I left. I went to the computer store and bought this. I bought a computer. I didn't even have a computer then. I bought one, bought all these done programs, and I started writing a script as soon as I got the computer up. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and it was whack. At the end of the day, when I went to go show John, he was like, ooh,
Stop playing.
Yeah, he was like, so he just gave me notes. He was like, do this better. This don't make sense. Can't put this here. This is coming out of nowhere. And he just, taught me really how to put it together and make it where it's, okay, this is a movie. So I wrote 2 scripts before we did Friday. Friday was like my third attempt at trying to write a movie.
I mean, the concept, when you think of the concept of Friday, is really simple and it's really basic.
Yes.
What was the inspiration for that?
Hollywood Shuffle, In Living Color. Just seeing dudes who, with Hollywood Shuffle, what's cool about that is Robert Townsend. He made that movie with his own credit cards.
Yes.
He robbed Peter to pay Paul to make that movie. And it was cool because it was a funny movie. It was a movie about our experience, done by us, edited by us, without interference. So I was like, man, that's the perfect way. So me and DJ Pooh, we rode Friday. So we was like, let's go make it. So we started raising the money, and New Line came in, and they was like, man, this script is amazing. Please do it with us. We'll let y'all do it any way y'all want to do it. We won't touch it. And that was the big deal. Like, y'all don't know this world. So don't come in here and try to tell us how to do it. Even though we don't know how to do a movie. But don't tell us how to do it because we trying to get something specific. So Friday was, it's like I call it a simple song, but told in a complicated way. And that's exactly what it is. It's a day about the day the bully get beat up.
Yeah.
Everybody remember that day when the bully get beat up. And that's what Friday is. It's just the day the bully get what's coming to him.
Did you have any inkling that Friday would become such a classic? Like, it's a classic. Like, it's undoubtedly a classic. Generation after generation after generation locks into Friday. Like, you ain't shit if you don't watch Friday.
Hey, man, that's what we was going for, to be honest. I ain't even going to lie. We grew up on Cooley High and the Mac and Superfly and Uptown Saturday Night and Let's Do It Again, Car Wash. These are classics to us. Just like other dudes love The Godfather. And we love them too. But these are our classics that we grew up on. So I'm like, man, I want a classic too. I want something where people say, this is a movie I grew up on. So we was trying hard to do something that was original for the time and unique and showed a different experience than people had expected from South Central LA. People that saw Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society, even a movie called South Central. So they felt like we just living in a hell, war zone.
Right.
And we all come from the hood. We know it's bad, but it ain't no war zone.
It's not bad every day.
Thank you.
And I remember,
we have fun.
Right. And I remember Mano, I always bring this up. Mano was on the show a couple of years ago. He said, we all from the hood, but we all not hood.
Thank you. And we all have fun. No matter where you from, no matter how bad your neighborhood is, you have fun there. And it's times where it's no other place you'd rather be. So we was like, let's show that aspect. And then and it was in the tradition of Spike Lee showing, he used to show Brooklyn and made it look like
jazz.
Yeah, it made it look like, a walk in the park. It was beautiful. It was grimy, but beautifully presented. And that's what we wanted to do, like show something that could be grimy, but we're going to be funny with it, and we're going to present it in a way that it looks like candy to you.
One of the things that I appreciate the most about you is you've always been uncompromisingly Ice Cube. Yeah. But over the years, you went from being one of the scariest black men in America to becoming one of the most beloved without changing. Like, how does one do that, B? Because sometimes we can't be we got to change up a little bit. Like you and Snoop, I think Snoop is the most beloved rapper in the history of hip hop. Like everybody loves Snoop.
I think it's all about being yourself. At a certain point, most rappers usually show only a few sides of their personality to the world. And with movies, you can open up. You don't have to be just that artist. You can show the world your whole talent. And if you do it in the right way, then they will accept it. And they won't say, oh, man, this dude, I don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So I just kept it 100. And, doing a song like It Was a Good Day showed me.
That's one of my son's favorite songs.
Man, it's my biggest song of all time.
Biggest.
I got to do It Was a Good Day, or it's hell to pay when I perform. You know what I mean? It's like, it's hell to pay.
Yeah.
So when I was going to do that song, man, dudes was like, my crew, dudes that was in the studio was saying, what is this? What you doing?
Why so
what
happy?
Kind of song is this? Dude, you can't put this out.
They thought it was too soft?
They thought it was like, you don't talk about that, Cube. You talk about the gutter, the grime. I'm like, nah, this is reality rap. This ain't we ain't just putting on the worst thing we can think of on wax. Let's be real. And if I'm having a good day, why I can't make a song about it and rap about it and be real? And that's what I want to be. I don't want to be this, gangster rapper. I just want to be a rapper that do what I feel, cool artist that you don't know what to expect. You're gonna like it. It's gonna be raw and hard, but it ain't gonna just be a one trick pony type of thing. It's gonna be an array of different thoughts and flavors and experiment. And I'm not just gonna pigeonhole myself to stuff that I know work. That's not what artists do. It's like only do what you know work. An artist is there to push the envelope, push the boundaries, do stuff that might not work, and hopefully have enough equity with your fans that they'll say, hey, man, come on, Q, bring it on back. Bring it on back. You a little too far with that one. I ain't feeling that one. Bring it on back. And they allow you to do that. And I've been able to do that with music and now with movies. And, just doing hood movies, I wouldn't be where I am today.
Right.
So I have to mix it up. I got to do more than what people expect.
Throughout your journeys, have you ever been faced with the obstacle of compromising? Like, has pressure been put on you to compromise, and how'd you overcome that?
No pressure from the outside.
Right.
But, when you want to do business with people, you can't scare the shit out of them.
I mean, bottom line.
You just can't scare them all the time. They just can't be frightened, and I realize I'm going to these meetings and these dudes are terrified. And I'm like,
automatically because of your reputation.
And they don't want to do business because they don't know if it's going to get physical or they're going to get hurt. Or I'm like, man, I'm trying to do real business. The streets is in the streets. I left that back for a reason to do this. So I realized, man, I gotta make sure that when I do business, people understand where I'm really coming from, that I ain't on no tip when I'm trying to muscle nothing through. I'm just trying to do business like a businessman. So it's really fighting that rapper stigma off you.
Still,
and letting people know you much more than that. Of course, they can see the body of work, but yeah, there's still people who like look at me walking through the door as a rapper.
Yeah. It's 2017. The hashtag right now is Oscars So Black, right? How is the climate in terms of Hollywood and still, like we talked about it a little bit, but in terms of like if you really want to push something that they've never seen before, how difficult is that, man?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard because you have to get people who might not necessarily believe in how you perceive it, like your perception of the world. You're dealing with people that don't think it's like that, think it's all in some ways made up or you brought it on yourself, kind of. So to convince them that you should do a movie that they have no idea how this movie's gonna do, it's just a great idea, great movie. It's not easy. But they do it for white films all the time.
Yes.
I'm like, man, y'all put together these period pieces of these movies of these times and places and situations that you can't tell me you made money on that, dude. You can't tell me y'all made some money on this. It might be great. It might look good. But this is for a niche, small, little audience. Why we can't do that with black movies? Why it always got to be break the box office, and if my movie don't do good, see, if Straight Outta Compton don't do good, the Tupac movie don't get made, New Edition thing might be on a little hold. It just might, it comes down the line. But Straight Outta Compton blow up, now everybody with something like that, you better come with it. Because the window going to start closing. Soon as something don't work, and that window's going to close. So then you got to wait till you do something else, comedy, then the door open again. Everybody better run in because it's closing as soon as something don't work.
Right.
And that's the thing. It's an open and closed door thing.
Speaking of which, man, because I want to jump into that. Congratulations on the success.
Thank you.
Straight Outta Compton, man. That
Thank
movie was phenomenal, and it blew the doors open, man.
Yeah.
Did you have any idea that it would be so huge?
I mean, I can't front and say, yeah, I knew it. But we knew if we did our thing that this movie could be undeniable and irresistible. It's just too juicy. Our story just has too many nooks and crannies and major moves from, people actually dying, you know what I'm saying, to protest in the street. It's like another movie. I don't know another movie that can encompass hip hop, crack, LAPD, AIDS, rags to riches, break up to make up, did I say rags to riches?
Yes, you did.
I was say David versus Goliath, FBI, Rodney King,
The shadiness of the
riots.
music business.
It's like, I don't know no other movie that can encompass all of that and be, a comprehensive story that you can follow. So
Right.
with NWA, you got that.
Are you working on any other biopics? If you can.
I don't want to say,
Right.
because
That means yes. That means yes, my dude.
well, no, it don't.
Okay.
It means maybe, because things have to catch a momentum and catch a rhythm. It's a lot of ideas out there, but until these ideas start to fuse together and you start seeing how this thing is really going to take shape and come to reality, it's all just vague
Right.
dreams. So, it's people out there that I think deserve a movie about their journey. And, we're trying to make it happen. But if you can't do it to the level of Straight Outta Compton, to me, you don't do it.
Right.
That's right.
You leave it alone.
Right.
That's the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm amazed at, man, is doing research for this interview. There's a pattern of you continuously changing the game, like continuously changing the game. From Straight Outta Compton, the movie, to NWA. I want to go back to the NWA days, man. Were you surprised that that album was embraced by so many people outside of Compton, outside of LA, outside of
Yes.
the West Coast?
Yeah. Because, that album is really us not throwing our hands up, but saying, man, we ain't never going to be Run DMC. Dude, you ain't never gonna be LL, homie.
Right.
You ain't never gonna be Rakim. You ain't never gonna be Chuck D. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop trying to be like them, and let's just do records that we know our homies gonna like. Cause we can definitely be stars around here with what we saying. Cause everybody around here know what we talking about. So that was really the nature of it. Is just we broke it on down. Let's just do what we know instead of trying to make, Roxanne, and trying to make Paid in Full,
Roxanne 7.
trying to make, Eric B for president, trying to do all that. Let's just do what we do. And if we don't become big stars, that's cool. We gonna be locals. We're gonna get a lot going on around here. We're gonna be the
We could be
ish.
hood stars.
We're gonna be the ish around here. So it was like, yo, let's just do records. I know this dude to buy my record, and this dude over
Right.
here, this dude over here. And then it just, from there, it's like a fire that just turned into this blaze that just was uncontrollable, that started creating its own weather. And we just was like, man, this was the match that started this forest fire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about when you realized you was getting so much New York love? Because New York
That's
historically don't give nobody love.
I mean, that is the whole quest in a way. I mean, New York is the Mecca. We're outside of the Mecca, and we don't ever even think we're going to reach that point of greatness. You see what I'm saying? We think they're professionals.
Yes.
We're locals.
Yeah.
So when we came out here, we were still locals. Eazy-E had one video out. We Want Easy. Played on MTV a few times. So we came out here for a seminar, new music seminar. And they was like, yo, we doing this thing at the Apollo. We want all the groups who are from everywhere in the country to come through the Apollo and jump on stage and do something. We got Biz Markie down there. We got this one. We got that one. You know what I mean? Running all through the whole list of our favorite rapping. Yeah, let's do it. Man, we get up there.
Was it intimidating?
We get up there, they boo the hell out of us. We got Jerry curls. They like, man, get them Jerry curls out of here. Boo, get out of here.
Yo.
So we going through it. Then Eazy does his song where he got the video, and then they're like, oh, okay.
That's that dude.
Yeah, okay, now I'm starting to put it together. But it's too late now.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
show over.
Yeah.
We backstage. We like, man, we got booed at the Apollo. I'm looking for the Sandman to come out, get us. And Easy's like, man, sorry. He said, man, 6 months, they're going to be loving us.
How'd that feel, though, man?
I'm like, dude, please.
How'd it feel? Like
Get
getting that
booed?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, to get booed at the Apollo, you feel like I came to the Mecca of New York and they just kicked me. You know what I'm saying? We ain't good enough. And then we got in the elevator and we was on our way. In the hotel, we was on our way somewhere and we saw Run. Run was like, yo, where y'all from? He's like, yo, Compton, you know, we got this record. Oh, you the kid with that Boys in the Hood record? Oh, man, I love that record.
And this is
Love
Run.
it.
This is Run at the top of his game.
Man, we love that record, man. He said, yeah, man, we went to Apollo. We just got booed. Man, don't worry about that, man. Everybody get booed in New York. Don't worry about that, man.
They got booed in New York.
Yeah, just say, hey, when they hear this record and they really get on it, y'all ain't going to have no problems. And he just got off the elevator. And from there, we felt bad, but it was better because we was like, I don't care if all these niggas boo us. Run like us.
Yeah.
Run like us. We can die happy. Run like us. So then we really, kept our head up from there and just kept doing what we doing. It. Next time I came to the Apollo as a solo artist, they threw money.
That's when you had the white mink on?
Yeah.
That's when you had the white mink on?
They threw money, man. And it was just crazy.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yo, did it and when y'all crossed that wall, when y'all crossed that hurdle, and then y'all got the New York love, did anything about y'all change?
Yeah. My head got bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, hey, when you loved by, the quintessential rap fans of the world, man, you a rapper. You a peer now. You're not a local. You actually one of the peers, one of the guys you never thought you was going to be. You never thought we was going to be Run DMC and Rakim. And here we are. They love us just as much they love them dudes. And that still feels like $1 million. It just still feel like $1 million, to be accepted, because money go, hits go, popularity go, but respect is something that if you lose that, you out the game really. You back to being local.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like you dismiss. So to have that respect from the community out here and abroad and all over the world is what I cherish the most.
It's funny, man. Like, I find myself these days, these past several years, like tweeting every now and then about how much I really miss Eazy-E. I never knew him personally, but I really miss him because of, the contribution that he provided to the culture and to music, man.
Yeah. Can
you tell some of the listeners out there that really don't know the greatness of Eazy-E, who he was, man, what he was?
He's fearless. He's the architect of this, to me. He was the one. We was playing all kind of hip hop. He come through, bumping Criminal Minded. So all he wanted to hear was Criminal Minded.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's like, man, this the future. That stuff y'all doing. Talking about, girls in the biker shorts and all that, homie. This the future. So he knew what people would like if we did it right. And he's like, man, people want to hear the hard. He was always hard. We gotta be hard. That's soft. I don't know how Panic Zone got on the album. But he wanted it hard. He had the vision. He he really was like, I guess like Jam Master Jay was to Run DMC, where it was like pretty much most of the people was in the image of Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, he was the
image of Run DMC.
He was the soul of the group.
That's how Eazy was.
Right.
Eazy was the one with the money, with the sack, dressing right. He had everything to do it right. So, you know, a lot of us followed his lead as far as in the music industry and taking chances and not caring and not being afraid to go there.
Right.
And he's just one of the smartest dudes I ever ran across. Loved Compton. Compton would not be on the map like this if it wasn't for Eazy-E. Because before, nobody went to Compton.
Yeah.
I mean, Compton was like, from South Central, why I need to go over there? It's a little too far away. But it's a city that's raw. You know, it's raw like Watts. And he put it on the map single-handedly, period. And that's to me a great accomplishment because, as you can see, it's a lot of talent there that nobody would ever know.
Yeah. You know, your people telling us we got to wrap up, but
man.
I got a couple more questions.
This is a good one.
I got a couple more questions, man. You're one of the few artists, man, that have had the opportunity to work with arguably two of the greatest production teams of all time. To this day, I think overall, Dr. Dre is the greatest producer in hip hop, not just because of the music that he's created, but because he's also changed the game several times.
Yes.
And then you've also worked with the Bomb Squad.
Yes.
The Bomb, like people forget how incredible the Bomb. People forget or don't even realize how inspired Dre was by the Bomb Squad.
Without a doubt. I mean, the Bomb Squad was they the standard when it comes to sampling. That era, nobody could do it like the Bomb Squad. They was mad scientists. They was dudes who were more creative. They beats hypnotized you. Sonically on a whole nother level, you know. And these dudes were geniuses with sampling and putting music together in that era. And, you know, I know I work with Dre, but the Bomb Squad was my favorite producers because they was what you know we were trying to emulate in a lot of ways. You know, if you listen to Straight Outta Compton,
it's a Public Enemy album.
Yeah, got a lot of them same break beats.
Yeah.
That right there, the start of F the Police. That's Bring the Noise. That's Bring the Noise.
Yeah.
So we using these same break beats to create our stuff because we so influenced by Public Enemy.
Yeah. I mean, I would even say that, you know, most people don't look at it as how you guys are the other side of the same coin. Public Enemy's on one side and NWA's on the other side, man.
Without a doubt. You know, I mean, they were, to me, more politically focused than NWA.
But so we know on a whole, Fuck the Police is the most political song of all time in hip hop.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
You know, but you know, we got one or two.
Yeah.
You know, they got 30,
40.
40.
Yeah.
So, you know, our focus was just a little different than theirs, and they had, you know, knowledge of self, and they, you know, we were still, you know, mental zombies, you know, as far as our place in the world. We was just thinking the police was the biggest obstacle till we got the letter from the FBI. And then we started to really understand our place in the world.
Right.
And me personally started to understand what it is to be black, you know, at that time. So these dudes helped us get over the hump with that. And I'm always salute. Chuck D, my favorite rapper of all time, because of message and content is off the meters compared to any other rapper in the game.
Yeah.
You know, but so, you know, salute to Chuck. He really kicked this off to me.
It's 2017. Did you ever think Fuck the Police would still have, if not greater relevance than it did back in the late 80s?
Nah, you know, because you figure songs have their moment and you on to the next. I figured it'd be 10 songs about the police that was just as strong that probably came out by now. But, you know, it's kind of, I think what it is, it captures such a moment in time that the potency never leaves. It's captured on that record. It's just, you know, so just like any song could take you back. Man, I don't remember what I was doing when I heard this. You know, them Strad Compton songs off that album have that same ability to teleport you back to where you was and how you felt.
Last question, man. Who your top 5 of all time?
Oh, God, man.
Everybody hates this
Jesus,
question.
I do, because I got a top 35.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, Chuck D.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't go in order. I'm going to just give
No,
you
it's not in
5.
order. It's not in
Give
order.
you 5. Chuck D. Karis 1. Just nice with it like that. Oh, man. Jesus, man, this is hard. Rakim. Just got to put him up there. Melly Mel. Man, who else came with it like that? Changed my life. I'm going to give it to LL.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it to LL because he underestimated as...
Still, right?
As, you know, he was one of the most ferocious rappers in hip-hop. You know, the original Rock the Bells is still mind-blowing of just aggressive flow, you know. So, yeah, them my top 5. Them my heroes, you know. But I can't leave out Ice-T.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's a giant to me in this game. Yeah, you know. I got a few more, but if I didn't mention you, sorry. I still love you.
How do you feel being in a lot of people's top 5s?
I feel great.
Yeah.
I feel like I did my thing, you know. I feel like that I didn't waste my time. If you could still remember me and still respect what I did and what I'm doing, man, salute. Thank you.
Yo, one of my favorite MCs from the West Coast is King T.
Yes.
Where's King T, man?
Oh, man, King T, you know, he get on the mic every now and then, but he's definitely an architect of this. Him and DJ Pooh.
Yeah.
You know, them do that voice and that delivering. So, you know, I wish he do more records, you know, but I wish MC Ren did more records too. You know,
Ren.
like, you know, them dudes with these voices should get on the mic some more.
Yeah. That's it, man. But I do got to thank you. Out of all the albums you dropped, one of the most personal and important to me was the EP, Kill It Will.
Kill It Will.
Kill It Will was crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did that in between albums. You know, it was like after America's Most Wanted. After I left NWA, I had so many songs that I was like, dude, these are not going to waste. Yeah. If we all can't do it, I'm going to do them. So I rearranged them, and you know, I was doing record after record after record. I think I did records like 4 years in a row.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Cube, man. Thank you. I mean, usually we do longer, but your people's putting the pressure on us.
Yeah,
I appreciate it,
late.
man, and I wish you continued success. And I look forward to us doing this again, man. I really do, man.
Well, God bless, man.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate y'all.
Just
Yes, sir.
plug the basketball league.
Oh, yeah, the Big Three is great. Professional 3-on-3 basketball. Ex NBA players only, so it ain't no celebrities jumping in it. Ex NBA ballers. You know, it's 4 teams. We travel like the UFC. You'll see all the games in that arena that night. So you'll see 40 of your favorite stars playing 3-on-3 basketball, going hard in the paint, grown man basketball, hand checking and trash talking. And it's great. We got a 4-point shot. Awesome, man. Allen Iverson, Chauncey Billups, Jermaine O'Neal, Rashard Lewis, Mike Bibby, Ricky Davis, Al Harrington. You know, we starting to fill up the squads.
That's dope, man.
It's going to be great.
Yo, Cube, man, once again, thank you.
Yeah.
Internets, you know what it is, man. Dream those dreams and then man up, one up, and live those dreams. Because a life without dreams is black and white, and the universe flows in technicolor and surround sound. Salute.
Illuminati!
This episode of the Combat Jack Show was produced by Jonathan Mena, executive produced by A. King and Chris Morrow, engineered by Samir Karan, and recorded in the Engine Room Audio Studio in downtown Manhattan. This is an official Loudspeakers Networks production.